What do you think of when you visualize a sports tournament? A packed stadium? Fit athletes battling it out for glory? For decades, sports tournaments have generally been a staple in the lives of many around the world. From FIFA World Cups to NBA games and cricket tournaments, sports have always been associated with physical activity. However, in the last decade, there's been an exponential rise in a type of sports that has generally been overlooked and undermined. A sport that anyone from any part of the world could take part in. This is the story of the rise of esports. Gaming is the fastest growing form of entertainment globally. On its current trajectory, we estimate the esports market will generate $1.8 billion in 2022, and the video game market itself will generate around $190 billion. The top esports organizations are worth more than $200 million according to Forbes, and those evaluations have been climbing steadily. So, the money behind the scenes is there, but the revenue streams for esports organizations are complicated and complex. But before we jump right into the numbers, let's take a look at what esports are and what pushed them to their current heights. Esports is the term used to describe competitive gaming, with massive tournaments in games like League of Legends, Dota 2, Rocket League, FIFA, and many more. The LA Times says 8 million people log on every day to take part, and yet for some of us, it still feels somewhat foreign, an underground culture even. The most played right now is Dota 2, with prize money well into the 9-figure mark and attracting thousands of participants and related tournaments. The top Dota 2 tournament, called the International, had a prize pool of $40 million in its latest installment. So, how do these esports teams work and how do they manage to raise this enormous amount of money? Let's take a look. Put simply, esports are electronic sports. Organized competitive gaming events in various leagues with teams and players battling it out for victory. Intel started pushing esports with the first Intel Extreme Masters gaming tournament back in 2007 at CEBIT. Worldwide viewership of esports competitions has helped push popularity into the mainstream, to the point that Intel has even tried to get esports officially recognized by the International Olympic Committee by bringing Season 12 of the Intel Extreme Masters to Pyeongchang during the 2018 Winter Olympics. Event attendance at the big stadium competitions is increasingly on the rise as fans make an effort to watch their favorite teams compete, but online viewing is increasing too. A survey in China revealed 45% of the adults there had watched esport at some point. But what attracts so many people to this supposedly niche field? James Dean, CEO of ESL UK, explains, "Esports has no barrier to entry. If you're a gamer, you're a gamer. If you want to step up your game and play in a competition, you can do so. If you're really great and you practice a lot, you might be on a big stage winning $1 million, and that's open to everyone in the large part. It's about making opportunities for anyone to do anything." But where does this money come from? Like a lot of sporting events, 90% of the revenue in esports is sponsorships and advertisements. These revenue streams include sponsorships in exchange for advertisement on the players' jerseys, similar to those of traditional sports. For example, the energy drink brand Red Bull and the smartphone company HTC have jersey sponsorships for Cloud9, a legacy esports team. These sponsorships allow companies to gain nationwide recognition and potentially international recognition as well if the esports team qualifies for international tournaments. In the digital age, esports teams allow sponsors to target demographics that have been traditionally difficult to reach through standard marketing tactics. Millennials typically watch less television and listen to the radio less often than older demographics, increasing the importance of social media marketing. Players and sponsors will typically collaborate on advertising campaigns. Dr. Pepper has a long history in esports gaming with partnerships dating all the way back to MLG in 2008. As such, they know how to get a good response out of the esports audience and can serve as a case study for other brands who want to get involved. In addition to the Team Soda Mid ad, Dr. Pepper also received a lot of press by featuring TSM Fortnite players on bottles of soda. Coupled with this is the merchandise sales of the team's jerseys, and mostly gaming-oriented items like controllers or mousepads. Teams take various approaches such as the 100 Thieves, a new team formed in 2018 which uses a hyper-beast style of merchandising with high prices and limited quantity. This has been very successful for them, with apparel selling out within 20 minutes of release. In November 2017, former professional gamer Matt Nadeshot Haig took to his YouTube channel to announce that his apparel company, 100 Thieves, received a multi-million-dollar investment from Cleveland Cavaliers and Quicken Loans owner Dan Gilbert, allowing him to expand into a full-fledged esports organization. It was funded by hip-hop star Drake and Scooter Braun, who represents famous artists like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. However, merchandise will always be a comparatively lesser portion of the total revenue. This is mostly due to the fact that fewer people watch esports tournaments in person at a stadium, so they might not have the same dedication to purchase jerseys to show support like you would in other sports. Third, we have content creation and streaming. Almost every serious gamer, professional or amateur, can stream on Twitch to an audience of potentially millions every single stream. This is a great way to get started and on the route to professional gaming. With advertisement revenues on each view, the teams can keep funding high-quality videos. Teams like Team Liquid take this onto a higher level by partnering with 1UP Studios, an esports production company, showing just how much care they put into this sector. Not only is this a source of revenue, it attracts other people who like the game to your team and increases the fan base. Finally, one of the most significant sources of revenue, an indicator of how good the team is the prize pools the winners receive at any tournament. Prize money in esports is increasing at an incredible rate. While prize pools amounted to a mere couple $1,000s at most in the past, they now reach several $1 million for large competitions. The winner of the 2019-14 World Cup, Booga, received $3 million as a prize. However, what most don't realize is all the money often doesn't go to the players, but instead to the team, which is generally owned by someone else, and the players are employees like in any other sports team. However, with the increase in viewership and the prize money, there's a lot to be made as a player too. How does one get started in this? That's the best part. The barrier to entry is very low. All you need is a computer and an internet connection, and the world is your oyster. Most games like Dota 2 and League of Legends don't even require too high of computer specs to get started, so anyone can get started and play. You can either take part in local tournaments that happen near you, or play online and go up in rank. Anyone can stream for free on Twitch and YouTube to gain viewers and build a following. Esports are on the rise, but they're still at an infant phase with respect to other well-established sports organizations in terms of viewership and money. The best time to get into esports would be right now, thanks to the internet. While not everyone can make a full-time career out of it yet, there's a lot there for some side money, and grow to make it your full-time job if you get good at it.